Diddy's team is finally firing back against ex-producer and now accuser Lil Rod Jones. But what he's bringing up is completely irrelevant and just reeks of desperation. It's also not looking good that Diddy's own assistant has now finally been charged with a drug felony. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and some news, some updates regarding Diddygate. We're keeping you updated on all the newest info, and today, 2 new stories have come out. The first, this has been expected, but Brendan Paul, Diddy's assistant, has finally been charged with a felony. Now, this is not good news for Diddy because now he's got a drug possession charge that could spell trouble. Obviously, this could be used as a way to get a plea bargain, but we'll see what happens. But yes, 1 count. They found substances. He was arrested, taken into custody, but now he's finally officially been charged with 1 felony count of possession. And so that's the update there. We'll see what that means. It could obviously be worse. Will he then give up Diddy or want to give up Diddy to avoid any potential actual conviction or time? We shall see. But this is a big story. Diddy, however, is trying to distract with this now attempt to fire back at his accuser, Rodney Lil Rod Jones. And he's done so by unearthing his past legal woes, including reckless homicide. Now, okay, interesting. How is this relevant? Let's look at what they're accusing, and then we'll go to Tyrone Blackburn's fantastic response, I gotta say. But Diddy has fired back against producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who's suing him for groping and drug-related instances. But he's now saying that Jones was convicted of reckless homicide in 2003 and has faced multiple charges that were later dismissed. Jones's lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, sprung into his client's defense, responding to PageSix. Let's go there straight. What his reaction is this: I'm sure you know that a charge is not a conviction. So running this story on behalf of Diddy's camp is problematic and calls into question your integrity as a journalist. I mean, factual. Unless they're making it clear, here's what Diddy said, and these were charges. He wasn't actually convicted, but that is a big deal. So yes, apparently he was charged, and I guess there were 3 incidents. There are 3 incidents that he was charged. Documents seen by PageSix. He was charged twice, once in 2009 and once in 2014. He was also charged with misdemeanor SA in 2005. Those charges were all dismissed. So, I mean, that's the key word here. So just because you're charged doesn't mean you did it. In fact, you didn't do it. You're now declared innocent in a court of law because you haven't been found guilty. And so that's important. I mean, Diddy's charged with how many things now? Well, I mean, I guess not officially, but with civil lawsuits. So does that mean we're supposed to just believe him and Diddy's, guilty? I mean, this line of thinking is insane. This makes no damn sense. But as Lil Rod's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, explains further, Mr. Jones's July 2003 reckless homicide occurred when he was 17 years old. He was driving a vehicle with his cousin in the passenger seat. The police pulled him over. He was afraid and drove off. It was pretty typical behavior for a young black boy in Chicago when pulled over by the police. As a result, he totaled a vehicle and his cousin, who was his best friend, died. He did not have adequate legal representation at the time and pleaded guilty. He has to live with the guilt of the death of his best friend and family member for the rest of his life, but don't let that stop you from running this story and getting your clicks. Diddy's legal team can do nothing to distract from the fact that he will be indicted soon. Now, look, Tyrone, I got to give you the clap. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Because how is this relevant? It's not like Tyrone's, convicted of forgery, which would be a relevant charge to imply, well, this person can't be trusted if they've been charged previously with faking evidence or something. No, this guy was obviously not charged, or was charged but not convicted. All charges were dismissed of these bad accusations. They were dismissed. And then to add to that, it sounds like, he had a tragic incident as a kid that he served his time for. He did it. He took a guilty plea, and he has to live with that. And not a good thing, obviously. That sucks. It's scary. But I think Tyrone gives a fantastic defense and response to that and shows how Diddy's team relying on this to try to destroy his character. Diddy, I'm sorry, why are you focusing on that and not the alleged mountains of evidence you have to discredit these claims? Because now others have come forward to sort of, echo what Tyrone's saying, including that, the person who worked on the yacht who your son was not being very good to, which apparently is also on audio because we've seen the transcript, which reporters have said they've heard the tape exists. The transcript is in legal documents. He's made it clear. Rodney has said, I swear on penalty of perjury, everything I'm telling you is the truth. So he's acknowledging he's got audio tape of you acknowledging all this with this incident with that woman on the yacht by your own son. All this stuff then implies that there's probably a lot more, Diddy, but you're coming at him because of something he did when he was 17, some mistake he made when he was 17 that doesn't speak to his character. It's just fear. It's not something that's relevant in any sort of way. I don't see how that's, correct me if I'm wrong. How is this even relevant? He had charges that were not, that were thrown out, withdrawn, dismissed rather. And yeah, he was convicted of a reckless homicide, something that's tragic that he's clearly taken accountability for. But Diddy, that's the problem here. You don't know how to take accountability. You've gotten so big in the head and think you're so big you can't fail that you don't understand what accountability is. You've lived a lifestyle and my God, the footage we showed yesterday of Justin Bieber, go watch yesterday's video if you missed it, him drunk at that party. He's just parading him around like a prop. Bad boy, yeah, you're a bad boy. While he's like clearly on something. I don't know what. And I'm not trying to shade Bieber. Leave Bieber alone. Bieber's been through a lot. But there's Diddy propping him up like Weekend at Bernie's like, yep. Hey, he's a bad boy, yeah. Flash bulbs all over. Probably people who've signed NDAs who can't even share the footage. It's just gross. This man is a user, exploiter of people. And look, in the beginning, I was a little hesitant. We got to look at everything. But I think Tyrone here and his client are doing a damn better job and good job at getting the truth out. I mean, getting their facts out. And I'm starting to believe them. So yeah, this is a bad look, Diddy. This is a bad look. This is your defense? Well, you can't believe him because he had charges that were dismissed. Oh, and when he was a kid, yeah, he made a terrible, grave mistake that he's lived with for his whole life. Like as if that, which he served the time for, that somehow then negates everything else he said and is supposed to make us think that it's all lies. When he says he has audio transcripts, Diddy, how dumb are you? This looks amateurish. This looks bad. This looks like you're desperate. And you think we're just going to buy this? This isn't, 2003 anymore, Diddy. We don't look at you in as high regard. You got to reevaluate your PR team because it's not helping you, man. This is not a good look. This is a terrible look, in my opinion. I'm curious what you guys think. But the more and more Diddy responds and the more we get from Lil Rod and Tyrone, the more I'm on their team for sure. So what do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts. We got a lot more coming. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that bell for alerts. Make sure you check out our interview with the international Madame. And we have some other interviews on deck. And if you are involved in this case, Mr. Blackburn, anybody, we would be honored to have you on this show and answer some questions and talk about the case. So if you got some info on Diddy like our Madam did or anybody else, you can hit me up on the social media. You got to follow me on X because I don't pay for X anymore. F that. Instagram, you can try me. You can also email us at popcornplanet@gmail.com. All the information is in the description. If you go look, you'll find ways to contact us. Please reach out. We'd love to have more people on the channel. We will vet you, but we will also keep you confidential if that's what you prefer. But hit us up. We got a lot more coming, so you're not going to miss it. Stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet.